installing the primary drive gear is a bit of a job. For one thing, it takes 110 Newton meters of torque. That's 80 foot-pounds of torque. That's a pretty good amount to be put through on a torque wrench on this little gear over here. Another thing is it's got a trick washer here. It's a concave washer. The one you have to put on the proper direction because the primary drive gear gets a lot of slamming around, and they want to have a little bit of flex between the bolt and the primary drive gear. So you've got to have it put on the right direction. And when you look at the washer, you just hold the washer up flat in your hand and you flip it over. It looks like it's pretty flat, but it definitely has a shape to it. So what you do is you just take the washer and put it on the bolt and hold it up against a bright light, like the sun coming in. And you can, when you're doing that, you can see that there's definitely a concavity to it, and you can put it around the right direction to make sure it's put on the right way. Don't trust that it came from the factory the right way. I've had circlips come from the factory the wrong way, and I had problems with that. One of them in my transmission and the other on my water pump drive gear. So don't assume that they put it together in the factory because we're the right way around. Because the factory's just got a bunch of guys working on the assembly line, and they make mistakes occasionally. So make sure you get that wave washer on there right. Now, about that 108 Newton meters of torque. They tell you to use a, using, while holding the magneto rotor with the rotor holder. That rotor holder is a special Suzuki part number. I don't want to go spend a bunch of money on Suzuki part number, and I'm only going to use once for this one job here. So I've got a different way of doing it. I come on back here, and I got my torque wrench set up here on the primary drive gear so that I can put lots of torque into it. And I put a 1/2-inch drive breaker bar through the back wheel, right? So that when I put the torque on the primary drive gear there, it makes the back wheel rotate in the clockwise direction, and then the swing arm holds it in place so it can't rotate. And I got the chain all installed, and I put the transmission into 6th gear. What you do there is you get it up on the back wheel stand and you rock the back wheel back and forth a little bit while you're moving up on the shift lever, and that moves the transmission shafts so you can go click, 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 and eventually you can get up into 6th gear. You want to be in 6th gear because then it has the least amount of torque multiplication, which means that the wheel will be the wheel will stay in place better against the breaker bar. And the problem that we have here is that you're counting on the transmission and everything to hold it all in place. But guess what? There's a clutch in their way there. The primary drive gear drives a clutch. And when you get up to about 70 pounds of torque on the primary drive gear, the clutch is going to slip. And it goes, it slips suddenly on you. So, that means you can't, that's why Suzuki has a special tool to go on the rotor over here. But I don't want to use their tool. So I've got a Motion Pro clutch holder tool. Okay, you can buy it from Motion Pro. I don't know what it costs nowadays. I've had this thing forever. So it's about 20 bucks that I bought it back in the last century. And it works great. It works on every clutch and motorcycles and stuff. And you can see that the rotor here's got a couple of holes in it, and the clutch holder tool got a couple of pegs in there. So you put it in there, and then when you put all the torque in the primary drive gear, the rotor tries to turn, which they tell you to use that tool to hold it in place. Then you can go up here, and now this needs an assistant. You can't be on both sides of the bike applying torque at the same time. You got to get somebody else over here to hold this clutch tool in place while you're putting all the torque into the primary drive gear over there. And then that's what you do. And after a while, you get the primary drive gear with 80 foot-pounds, 110 Newton meters of torque. And then you got the primary drive gear installed. And then you come over here and you use the rotor tool in the same setup to put torque into the rotor nut. And you always want to torque these things on. You never want to use an impact gun, rattle gun to put anything on because they're not accurate. Rattle guns are only for removing things. Torque wrenches are always for installing them. So now you got this set up, and the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put that nut on. But that's a different subject.